Asset. Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened to know we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Woo! What is going on, you guys? It is Dollar Cost Crypto here with the 4th of July stream, man. What's up? Happy 4th. Konnichiwa, bitches. Konnichiwa. I've got to, man, dude, I got to say big shit right here, man. Shout out to Nate the Great, man. He said, I finally told my boss last Monday I'm moving to Portugal. Fuck you, homie. Sheesh. That deserves another Pepe just for that, man. Shout out to you, Great the Nate, man. Out here living the dream.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened to know we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved.
telling you guys, I got Nate the Great in the house. I got King of Jacks. I got Karn. I got Mr. Angry Twinkie. Got Crypto Bendu, my boy. Crypto Boogie, what's up? We doing it live, baby. We got Alex Santos in the house. We do it live, homies. That's right, man. Fire emoji, Pepe. Damn, it's a hot motherfucker today, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Woo, this 4th of July is steaming hot. But I'm here for you guys. Let's talk crypto, man. Oh, hey, yo, what's going on, brother? Sheesh. Happy 4th of July, man. Shout out to you, man. We out here live, man. Funkmaster Hex live in the building, dude. What's good, man? Alan's in here, man. We out here live. I love it, bro. Crypto Compassion, Nate the Great making turbo dork moves. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Dude, it has been really hot here in Nevada, dude. I think it's like 112 right now or 113. I got the AC blasted and stuff, but it's okay, man. I'm here, man. I've got this cold agua. This shit is good, bro. Let me put you guys on, bro. You guys can get this at Wineco or some shit, man. These fucking waters are incredible. Oh, shit. Red Nitrous, what's going on? Red Nitrous must be doing very good with Pepe. Shout out to all my guys who got the airdrop for Pepe, who held Pepe. Earning some nice yield on it. I took some profits on that stuff. Even more profits. Bro, this Pepe coin has been nothing. I'm talking about the real Pepe coin on Ethereum that got copied over. Has been nothing but like a money machine, bro. I'm talking 6 figures on the Ethereum side, and like I ain't gonna say what I made on the other side. Whoo! That's right, Red Nitrous, man. We got that premium water, man. I saw the comment section, right? Like I was in the studio and they were just like giving me this fucking pleb water, and then I said, "Haram, no more. I'm done. It can't happen anymore, man. I cannot lead the masses to greatness drinking this fucking plastic water. It's got to be glass." Are you going to be rugged by YouTube? I don't think so. Why should it be? You know? Well, and Alberto, ¿qué pasa, man? What's Gucci? ¿Qué pasa, man? We cooking in Canada too, man. There we go, Alan, buying one whole Ethereum as we speak, man. That's beautiful, man. Oh, what a this is a great way to start this off. Cash my Roth IRA for dirty fiat to convert to RH coins, waiting for the check. Damn, son. Hey, the only thing I tell you, man, throw a little into the ETH on Ethereum. At least 20%, bro. Just a little, I'm telling you, man. ETH is going to do good. Later on, like, you're going to be like, oh, Miguel, fuck you, man. If I shouldn't have listened. But, bro, that Ethereum is that insurance. La seguranza way. So it keeps you from going to the to the poorhouse, bro. Whew. John Anderson, bro. Always in the sky. This man always flying in the earth, man. Always glass, always mineral. That's right. John Anderson. Drinking water with ice cubes. Finally, Miguel made it. Oh, I made it, bro. There you go. 20%. Yes, a little. I get it. You want to ape into the RH ecosystem. Beautiful. Gracias a Dios. But, yo, ETH is doing like 14,000 to like 25 Gs this fucking cycle, you guys. Like, yo, if we're just being objective here, right? If we're being objective, right? Let me go to the old CoinGecko, right? It's verifying that I'm a human, not a lizard person. We're basically at $1,900 right now, right? We're at $1,900 right now on Ethereum. We're literally talking about a 6x at least, 6.5x at least this cycle on Ethereum. And if we hit that 25 or so, man, oh my God, bro, we're talking about a 12 to 10x on ETH, homies. On ETH, homies. Disgusting, man. Like, here. I'm going to go to the old Twitter real quick. Man, it's been a while since I've done one of these homegrown streams, man. Shout out to The Office, right? Let me go to the old share screen. Yeah, let me take you down, sir. But hey, congratulations to you, sir. I mean, I was there at one point as well, man. I started, you know, I DCA'd out of my whole stock portfolio. I never had a Roth or anything like that. Or maybe I did. Not a lot in it. But yeah. Where are we at? Here we go. Bam! Here we go, man. Inception. I'm watching me on the screen. But if we go here, right, like this is guy called Maddie and stuff like that, right? He asked, it's like, it's been 5 years of NFT adoption, yet no serious AAA studio has put out any dedicated Web3 title. Why? Notice that he's saying AAA games, it's studio, right? Bro, like, and like I've known Maddie for a long time. I used to stream with this guy. Red Nitrous knows him as well. He's a good dude and stuff, more or less. Maybe did some janky shit in Decentraland, but I won't speak to that. Whatever, dude. But why are we fucking trying to dick suck? Like, this is like the amount of cock sucking the NFT industry is doing, and the maxis in Bitcoin, and the maxis in Ethereum, and any other maxi group out here that's just like this constant fucking dick sucking. That everyone, oh, banks, when are you gonna put it in? Oh my God, when are you gonna spot ETF? Oh, like we have gone so far from the fucking light that like we're over here just like, please, 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 oh big bank man, oh my God, VCs, put it in. Like what the fuck are we doing? Like we can do it. Like what's going? Let me collect myself right here. Why? Only because of the current gamer sentiment. It's bad for the environment. Get the fuck out of here with that bank. That's some bullshit, bro. That ain't nothing, bro. Gamers hated loot boxes. They hate freemium. They hated membership passes. And now they're all core game mechanics. The moment NFT changes, and they will, every small major game. Yeah. So he's saying half of this is good. The other half is kind of bullshit. But like, now let me say what I said right here, right? I said, because they don't care until we make a smash game first. Once we prove the market, step 2, cuck out Web3. Step 3, cuck out NFTs. That's what's going to happen, right? So they've tiptoed, they've opened little shops, they've opened stuff, but they're not really doing anything. They're going to wait for something like Illuvium to pop off, a AAA game. They're going to wait for homegrown shit to pop off, make the market. Then, well, I guess we're going to step up in here. Thanks, losers. And then that's what's going to happen. And then us, we've just got to just punch as much as we can. But let me tell you this, these fucking cocks. Unless we're able to buy collectible IPs and stuff, sort of like Top Shop and stuff, to make a lot of money. Once that hype's over and there's really nothing like that, the tokenomics on some of these games are going to be bullshit, because like the token revenue sharing and all this stuff, like they're going to be hoarding tons of supply for those coins. Tons of hype, of course, right? On the initial pumps. But like where you're going to make all the money is going to be in all the homegrown crypto games. I don't know, this is kind of like what people are impairing, right? And I went off and said, let me full screen this real quick. There we go. Down here, I also said this. Look. And 99, I wouldn't say 9999 German 9% of NFTs are just fucking cash grabs and inside jobs. 0.05, half a fucking percent are real projects, but they fucking suck. They're trying, but God, man, they're not going to make it. You got another 0.5 real projects, and they're going to pull it off. But man, we're just struggling right now. We're just struggling right now because at the end of the day, Ethereum's down, Bitcoin's down. It hasn't pumped enough yet for us to feel like this fucking wealth effect, right? And this is why I said lower there. It doesn't matter at all until Ethereum and Bitcoin pump enough for us to spend these Chuck E. Cheese tokens because we feel paper rich. Dude, like that's what's going to happen. Look, when the NFT market's going to pop off. Like we're going to have, shout out to my boy Anorak, right? We're going to have Anorak in the webinars pretty soon and stuff. We're having our second NFT webinar just for you guys to let you know the bullshit and the not bullshit and the realness. But the reason they're crying is because like a lot of these guys, like they make all their income off this shit, and they're like, oh fuck, the volume's down. I can't trick people into buying stuff anymore. Well, the NFT market's really just a derivative of the overall crypto markets. We have to have the actual crypto market pump enough for us to be able to then have all this wealth effect. We're like, all right, I'll spend half an ETH on something. When half an ETH at $15,000, like, all right, I'll spend $7,000 because we're thinking in fucking casino chips. Definitely, man. Oh my God. All that money made probably think I'm watching Spice Channel. I barely remember that. Oh, don't do our Maddie dirty. Bro, he like unfollowed everybody, bro. Like, come on, bro. He like in the minute he popped you like he got a little shine last cycle. And like it's not even me hating. He got a little shine and just unfollowed everybody and like, you know, is just doing his shit, right? Bro, and I've heard so many rumors about Maddie and stuff and of all this kind of like shenanigans he was doing in the land market and stuff. Anyways, but whatever. It is what it is, right? All right, crypto man, what's going on? Do you think, Miguel? Do you think 300 million PulseX is a good goal to start? Then a million each of Hex and eHex for staking and liquid, a good balance, or just be Pulse Maxi? Honestly, I think people are sleeping on Hex completely right now. Pulse is going to make a big move and stuff like that, but really, like you guys forget, like at the end of the day, I'm telling you, Hex is still at the end of the day Richard's baby, right? And if we let me see if I can show. Let me see if I can show this on the screen. 1 second. Damn, it's hot as a motherfucker out here, man. Whew. It's no joke out here in the desert, ladies and gentlemen. But it's actually been a pretty cold year, which is good. So right now we're on the old deck screener, right? And we go down to here. Let's see. If we go 100 million pulse, right? Yeah, we're talking about $9,000. That's a great stack right there. In terms of where I think this could do in the next couple of years, right, is kind of a shitty return from current prices would probably be like, you know, a 20x or something like that. So we're like talking about, you know, really like a really decent return here. I mean, we're talking over what, like $200,000-$300,000 on like a $9,000 investment and stuff after this bull market. Now, it can go much higher than that, of course, right? But it's just to temper expectations and to know, okay, this is what it is, right? I mean, you put some serious money down and you get a 20x. It's a lot of money, you guys. Most people, like, let me tell you this right now. Like, I put a little side money into Pepe, did really well, right? That was a crazy outsized return. But it wasn't like a majority of my portfolio, right? Like, if I had my majority of my portfolio in Pepe and it went up crazy, like, oh yeah, dude, I'd be up stupid, right? But the thing is like most of the times that's not really going to work out for you, right? But the tokens you do believe in and you make these position sizes, like most people, you make a 20, 30, 40x on like a 1% portion of the portfolio, you do really well, and you do that to kind of snowball into other stuff, and then you try to catch another multiples from there, right? But with some of these main positions, your Ethereum position, right? Like if you have half your portfolio in Ethereum or 20% of your portfolio in Ethereum, and that shit does a fucking 20x, a 12x, it's a fuck ton of money, dudes. It's a lot of capital and cash, you guys. It really is. Like, there is no other market I'd rather be in than the crypto market. There's so many pussies in the fucking Hex and fucking Pulsion ecosystem now. A bunch of little pussies. And like a lot of them, and I know in the background, a lot of these guys, they're not really bearish. They're just fudding you guys in order to get you guys to sell. I mean, let's be for real here, right? Like, we're still in a bear market right now. Until Bitcoin crosses above $40,000 or so and stuff, the market's not really going to get real bubbly at all. You know, and to tell you the truth, until like we really hit 50,000, like people are like, okay, the altcoins are really going to move around I'd say like $41,000 to $52,000. That's when the market starts really hitting up the altcoins, because we have to overcorrect upwards for people to believe. Right? Here, let me just put myself like, there we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know I could do that. But people have to really believe, you guys. So, look, most coins are still at like Bitcoin and Ethereum bottomed already. Vamoose, done, right? Outside of everything getting illegalized or some shit, like some crazy fucking Black Swan event, or Biden fucking just does some retarded shit. My boy, our boy Biden got caught with some yayo in the Oval Office, and they're trying to figure out whose it is. I wonder whose it is, right? But this is a good example right here, right? So, like, imagine, like, forget the rest of this chart here. Let's just say this is the market right here, right? And the average altcoin, and it crashes down here, right? it's going to need Bitcoin to not just go to like mid 30s, right? It's going to need Bitcoin to get to like the 40 range for like them to recover back up to here, right? A little bit. And then once we start getting to fit, we have to almost be at $60,000 before the altcoins. Like, let me tell you this, the average altcoin is not going to be at all-time highs again when Bitcoin hits $50,000. It will only recover bear market gains once we are above the all-time high of Bitcoin. We might have to be 70, 81,000 before like, holy shit, Phantom's back at $3 or within a striking range. Or like, it's because all these communities and all these coins got wrecked so fucking bad, you guys. Like, it's going to take a while to now things like Hex and stuff can rebound and everything. But the thing is, we're all buying such the lows that we've already gained. Like the gain we got because we're all down here and we're buying. Hopefully, if you're not a pussy, you're buying your fucking Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Hex, your P-Hex. You're buying your Pulse Chain, your PulseX. You're buying your fucking you're buying your Maxi tokens if you like them. You're buying some Hedron here and there. You're buying the Buck tokens and stuff. You're buying some Phantom, some Cardano, whatever the fuck you like. There's probably some retarded play on Solana if you like that or not. There's a lot of Optimism, Avalanche and shit. Bro, there's just money everywhere. It's just you have to be brave enough to be like, fuck it. This money's gone. Like, there was a time in my life where I had to burn the ships. Like, there's no more of this. It's gone. The stock money's gone. Crypto kept crashing. I mean, it's just every day, it just kept going lower and lower and lower, man. I mean, like, Bitcoin every week would drop $1,000. Lower, lower, lower. And then I said, well, I have this money here in my savings. Oh, well, man, if it goes to zero, it goes to zero, man. If I'm broke, I'm broke. I'll just restart it again. And then, bam, Cortez moment. That's right. We are conquistadors. Not these plebs. Conquistadors. We're conquering countries. We're rolling nat 20s. If you guys ever want to read some crazy stories, go to like History on Fire or like some of these crazy stories about like Cortez and stuff, about how he conquered the Aztecs and stuff, which deserved to get destroyed. Man, fuck the Aztecs. Let's be for real. Everyone hated them. These fuckers are just sacrificing people. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, that's a whole another conversation. But if you guys ever read into the story of Cortez and stuff, the amount of nat 20s this motherfucker hit, it was just like he should have been killed. He should have got like 2 miles inland, destroyed. The Aztecs should have just mobilized their army, gutted them. They probably a quarter of them still would have died from the diseases, but like the diseases wouldn't have spread all over Latin America. It's insane, dude. Now, Shane right here, right? He didn't conquer the Aztecs because later on, over time and stuff like that. But the Aztecs still had their armies, bro. That's a cap. That's a lie. The cities were still full. Now, once as years went on, then that's when they started getting ravaged. But literally, the Aztecs could have just straight up mollywopped these motherfuckers with numbers and killed it off right there. Right, the diseases come after the conquest. Exactly. Sheesh. Right, so, I mean, but, like, it's crazy. And then on top of that, like, I mean, I've said this before in the past and shit. Like, of course, it's always the women that betray you, right? Like, Cortez wouldn't have been able to conquer or make alliances with all these other tribes that hated the Aztecs if it wasn't for this one Aztec woman that kind of betrayed her group, fell in love with Cortez. She learned enough English to translate and stuff, or in Spanish. I'm sorry, learned enough Spanish, and then started translating for them, and then allowed all these fucking military deals and stuff to happen and stuff, and to conquer them. It's insane, you guys, bros. Exactly, they thought they were gods and stuff. And there's this whole stuff too that there was already people that had been there before and then learned some of the customs and stuff because they magically show up on all these days where like there's these special events or like today's the day that a god's supposed to come down on a white horse or some shit like that or like white pale. It's crazy, bros. Like it's total psyop, you guys. Like they anyway. But to go back to my dude's question, let me find it again. All right. Do you think 300 million pulse is a good goal start? Dude, that's a great dude. That's like 20. You have like basically 9 or 20 G's in each of them now. Now, if we go to PulseX, right? Yeah, so it's about you got about basically let's just round up. You got about 10,000 pulse chain, not bad. Let's go to PulseX real quick if I could find it. PulseX, there we go. And I think you said 300. I mean, yeah, I mean that is a fucking crazy bag. I mean, you have $8,000 in PulseX and stuff to get 300 million, and then I think you said 300 million in Pulse Chain too as well and stuff. So I mean, that's 30 grand. So you have like 40 G's. You've got roughly 40 or 38, $36,000 in Pulse Chain and PulseX, and then a million each in Pulse. Yeah, I mean, basically what you're doing is that you're going heavy on Pulse, and then a million each. The only way I would adjust that, if I'm like, obviously this is brotherly advice, you can take it how you will and stuff. I would much rather you like have maybe like 1.5 million each of these two, and then just whatever you can jigger it over here and stuff on this side. I think that's the one. I think that's a good way you could end up kind of doing it and stuff, just because EHEX and PHEX are going to do pretty good. Like obviously, you go a little heavier on PHEX. I think EHEX is going to take a long time to recover and stuff like that, but it will recover at some point. I don't think it's dead. I think it'd be really stupid. It's a very bad look if EHEX went to zero. It's very stupid, but it just is what it is. Now for staking, I mean, basically, you only want to stake until 25, basically, and then from there, it'd be longer term stakes from there. I'm like 5 to 10 years and stuff, and then maybe you throw a couple 11s and stuff from there if you want. But I would really right now it's like I'm still about like staking and stuff like that, but right now it's fucking stacking season. Like stack your hex right now while it's cheap. Get as much as you can. Don't stake it. Once you have a really big chunk, then you can then try to formulate how you're going to stake some of it out. Right? But right now, get the biggest fucking possible bag you can and make sure you leave yourself a nice liquid bag. This is so fucking hilarious, right? Years ago, I was like chastised for fucking saying have a liquid bag. No, Miguel, you got to be staked, 1,000% staked. Now it's like everybody's like, I have emergency unstaked. I was always liquid. Oh, you were? You were always liquid? That's news to me. I remember a time when you were fucking chastising me for telling people to have half their bag liquid at least. It's funny how much people lie to you guys, bro. It's fucking crazy, bro. I'm always gonna stay 100 with you guys, but man, dude, it's appalling, bro. Appalling, bro. Like they're just people just really want to use people for exit liquidity and all kinds of crazy shit. Like you guys are here right now in the bottom of a fucking bear market. Now you can have smaller stakes on Pulse Chain, that's true, but you have to have much bigger on Ethereum Hex just because it's more costly and stuff. So this is where maybe like a 10% position, maybe in some of the maxi tokens might be pretty good. But I think once the base token actually pays out, fucking finally, I think it pays out in less than 3 months now. So once the base token's proven itself and it's been paid and it works, then from there, that's when I would like, okay, I'll give a recommendation for maybe if you want a big of exposure that way. That's not a terrible way to do it, basically. But it just is what it is. Yeah, Danny boy, look, my biggest regret is being 99% staked at the top. Yeah. Yep. A lot of people. That was a lot of people. And a lot of big people, too. A lot of people on YouTube as well, right? I think the average guy, most people would know, they started selling maybe at 18 cents. And I'm talking about after we hit 55 and crashed down. Like the average guy was selling probably like 13 to 11 cents. Some guys were lucky at 18 cents maybe. It is what it is, man. Harambe, thank you so much. GCC's a rare gem. Always tells the truth, man. Hey, I try to, bro. I try to. Yeah, I just try to be as objective as I can, man. Yeah, King of Kings. Any RH coins are basically at ground level right now. PulseX is below ground level. Even so, better. Downside risk is far less than upside potential. Definitely, man. Yeah, like I mean, they're the coins are down right now. Let me see if I can share another screen real quick with you guys. Cool. It's so good to be back in the office. I'm actually going to deck out this entire office and stuff. Like, I actually even have lights and stuff. I think I still have lights installed. Yeah, I'm like, oh, there, pull my pulse chain lights. There you go. A little pulse on my Pepe, just to give you guys a little something. Nice. Let's see, Chris. Dollar cost crypto. I heard the SEC is coming after crypto hard, trying to ice the market by attacking Binance and Coinbase. What's your thoughts on the issue? Pivot to DeFi. I mean, any person has already pivoted to DeFi already. This is why we've had the emergence of GMX. That's why we're on Pulse Chain. That's why we're on Phantom. That's why we're on all these blockchains right now. This is the least amount of on-chain, on DEX trading. I just use DEXs to onboard some capital real quick. It's off. This is something that I teach inside the crypto mindset course, along with Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. We teach you guys how to be DeFi literate and how to control and own your coins, your money. Not for it to be on a third-party thing and stuff like that. Sometimes there's an opportunity to own that thing, make some money and jump out. That's just a flip, right? But the majority of your capital is in wallets that you control with private keys. You control with fucking other protections you control, multi-sig or Trezor, not Ledger, right? Because they're French. Ledger. I always had to see, look, I never could shit on Ledger because everyone was using it and stuff like that. But I mean, you guys know this. Anyone who took the course with me knows I never was the biggest fan about Ledger and stuff. And I've made it really apparent because it was the minute I found they were based in France, I knew already. These fucking stinky Frenchmen, the government, not the people, right? I just knew something was up. The French, bros. And I was right again. This intuition of mine, bros, is just impeccable, man. You have watch out for the French, bro. My God. And then on top of that, France is burning to the fucking ground right now. Hopefully they don't burn the Eiffel Tower down. But shout out to the French people. It's about time there was a revolution. Fuck all these fucking commie fucks that own your country and stuff and burn their shit to the ground, bros. But let's see, Chris. Yeah. I see the SEC is a great move for RH ecosystem. Love the course second time around. Hey, beautiful. I love to see you guys there too, man. But definitely, man, we're probably gonna have a course in the next couple months and stuff like that. We're still doing some cool stuff. We're gonna do some webinars pretty soon as well for you guys. But I want to tell you guys about a little something that I'm doing right now. Is the Crypto Mindset Meetup 2023 is happening right now in beautiful Las Vegas. It's going to be happening August 5th through the 6th. The main party is going to be that Sunday on the 6th, you guys. We will soon have details. Everyone who buys a ticket right now is automatically added to a private Telegram group. Right now, everyone's talking, making plans and stuff like that. We're releasing, I think, later this week where the event's going to be located at, which it's going to be at a casino. Sheesh. Last time we had a big mansion. We had a big mansion party, 3-story mansion party. We had what's called Playboy model bunnies, buddy bartenders. We had trapeze artists. We had DJs. We had blackjack, baccarat. We had all kinds of games and stuff like that. Texas Hold'em. We had mermaids in the pool. I was going to get a fire breather, but they didn't let me. I tried really hard. They just said no. And unlimited drinks. It was a great time to network. We had a blast, and we were partying all weekend. It's going to be a great time. We literally had this party last time at the bottom of the market when Ethereum and Bitcoin were I think we're sub $1,000. We were $1,000 or sub $1,000 Ethereum. We were literally $21,000 or $18,000 Bitcoin at the bottom of the market. You know what I was saying to everybody? I had a microphone in my mouth and shit. I was like, I ain't fucking going. We ain't leaving, motherfuckers. It's time to buy. And we're still up on that stuff. To this day. We're still up on that crypto, you guys. This is the beautiful thing, man. You guys want to meet me? You guys want to meet Charlie? Charlie's going to be here. Last time I was only because of all the stuff that was going on with the pandemic and stuff. Charlie couldn't go, but this time both me and Charlie are going to be live in Vegas. Here, we're going to be there the whole weekend. We're even doing an event on Monday too, but we're letting everybody know the locations and stuff for those special events inside the group only. Now it's 21 years and older, you guys. 21 years and older. All the money for the tickets are being used for the party. And if there's any money left over, we're spending it on some bullshit. We're going to have some real fun, you guys. So if you guys can make it out, please do. Book your airline tickets now. It's going to be the first weekend of August. Plan to maybe be here on Friday or at least Saturday and through Monday and stuff. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. Great chance to network and I'm going to be helping people with a lot of YouTube tips and stuff like that. I'm gonna have a little bit of a class and stuff of how to make like a YouTube channel and stuff like that. And for the guys out there, we're gonna make some alliances and we're gonna take over this whole fucking thing, you guys. So be sure to go, you guys. It's gonna be a fucking hell of a time. Whew! Let's hit that.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened and that we were nothing. I don't even need your love. You treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Woo! I'm excited, you guys, man. I'm pulsating with energy. My Pepe is purple. But all right, let's get to it, man. Oh, it's not showing up. Wait now. There we go. Boom. Hopefully you can see me. There we go. Cool, you guys. We have the pulse to pulse X ratio at 3.16. A lot of my guys were able to get it in this at like basically two a little bit beforehand as well and stuff like that. So obviously you guys we're pretty low right now. I mean, it's pretty much shown that like PulseX doesn't really want to go below 2. Like we've already had a very big whale who is, I think, one of the single largest holders of PulseX dump his bags already. Totally his idea, not or her idea. But it was a dude for sure. Look, we're at 3 something. If you're lucky, you'll pick this shit up at 2. But we're at 3 right now. We're at 4 zeros and a 3. If you pick it up cheap, it's going to be 4 zeros and a 2. It ain't going below 1, bros. It's not. So we're basically at the bottom on PulseX. It hit that point. Literally, I saw it on chain, you guys. When we hit 2, people sold Pulse Chain to buy PulseX. Let me say that again. When PulseX went below 3, people were selling Pulse Chain to buy PulseX. And then we're saying and then continue to FUD it. So a lot of the people that you think they're on Twitter and stuff like, oh, this shit's trash and all this and stuff, they're using this shit as a way to either ratio trade it and stuff, because what will happen is that the ratio will go out of whack. The ratio will go back in and they'll trade back in to get more Pulse Chain, and then they got a bunch of free PulseX off your ass for being retarded. Crazy. Woo! I've cultivated 53% on the PulseX bags in 11 days. Beautiful, man. I've done pretty well myself. The PulseX bags have grown. Pulse Chain bags have grown. My PHEX bags have grown. I did really good ratio trading and stuff. Obviously, the ratio trades have slowed down a little bit, but there's still opportunities if you're really watching. I would always recommend you guys focus on one pair first, really learn it, and then from there venture to a second pair. Don't go like I have to do this pair. Like really learn it so you know where it's at, and then you be able to not just chart it, but kind of get the feel for how it acts basically. That's right. They sold it to me. Beautiful. But for people who don't know right now, this is fatty.com. A cool page right here for a lot of the guys. I guess it's for the Buck ecosystem, right? One cool thing, you guys, right now there's been an airdrop for people who sacrifice for either fiat or famous, right? Or the late sackers as well. You go here to the mint button, and you'll be able to claim. Of course, you add it to wallet. I would add all these to your wallet, but you can check if your stuff's minted right here. You might actually have an airdrop right now. So there's going to be an airdrop. We're on the second airdrop, and there's about to be another airdrop, and I would say about 4 to 5 days from now. So be sure to be checking on here for the next couple days and stuff like that, because you might actually have some free coins of Flux or Fux, basically, right? Pretty cool little project, man. Oh, there you go, Brian. There you go. See, I'm thinking that fast, you guys. But it's a cool project and stuff. I think it's gonna do pretty well. Obviously, there's a lot of it. 25% of these total supplies gonna be airdropped. Of course, you're gonna have some people selling, some people staking, and then 50% of the supply is going to be given away through like incentive rewards and stuff, yield farming, and then the other 25% is basically team rewards that have to vest and lock over time. So effectively, once these airdrops kind of slow down, we may actually see the price of Flux actually doing pretty well because a lot of people are locking it up because the yields are there's some good yields on this platform and stuff like that. Let me see if I can show it. Do I not have it here? Okay. So one cool thing is that you can just click on one of these and just go to anything. Oh my God, my eyes. They're beautiful. So I just recently had Buck and them on the stream and stuff. This was at $20 million for the TVL. It's grown about 5 million since the stream. Yeah. A lot of cool stuff. The yields are pretty decent. I mean, so in terms of like, Miguel, how do I look at this, right? So if you look at right here, right, it's 87%. It's basically 80%, right? You're getting 80% yield if you jump in this pool. Now, Miguel, what's this 197%? How do I get that? Well, basically, if you get airdrop something or you decide to buy some coins, you then can stake it depending on like for either 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or a full year. And that gives you these voting shares. And with this extra voting shares, it gives you multipliers. So let's just say I was in this pool and I bought let's just say I staked $4,000 in this pool and I had $2,000 of tokens staked out for a year as an example, then I would pretty much be something at 90 or maybe 100% APY, APR. Not bad. But remember, as time goes on, these yields will come down, of course, right? So then there's going to be this kind of scramble to get as much voting share as possible. So projects, you've got the Fiat guys, you got the RH Maxi, you got the Hedron pools, you've got the Maximus perps and stuff. So you have a lot of projects in here that are going to be trying to buy tokens in order to keep the emission schedule of their stuff in here, right? So obviously, like the percentages right now are like there's 100, right? And so you've got 30% of the votes going here, 20 here, 20 here. And then as time goes on, right, people are going to have to vote for where they want their positions, right? So if you're a project, the higher of these voting from your community that you can get for your pool, the more incentive there is, the more liquidity you have your projects, the more it's pretty good for your project, right? So pretty cool system and stuff. For anyone who knows me, who's taken any of the crypto mindset courses, I am very, 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 very in touch with balancer forks. I love balancer forks. I've made quite a bit of money off of all these things from Beethoven X and from a lot of the other ones as well that's launched on other platforms. Balancer is a really cool platform. You can do a lot of 80-20 pools and a lot of split pools. There's some cool pools in here and stuff like that. And then maybe there might be a pool coming to a neighborhood near you pretty soon as well. So definitely check it out. So this is a really good project, a lot of use case and stuff for not just yield farming, but this is probably the best place to actually swap for any of your. So as an example, right? Let me show this. This is the best place to trade for Pulse Chain, basically the RH tokens. Best place right here. This is where all the liquidity is at, right? But let me go to the pools. Or the farms, I should say. Right? There's a lot of money in here, bros. There's a few $100 million in here of liquidity on this. And if we go to V2, right, a lot less money, right? We're probably talking like I think right now currently Flux is now bigger than V2 PulseX. So Flux is now the second biggest basically exchange, or not exchange, I should call it DEX. I'm sorry, second biggest DEX on Pulse Chain. So it's going to be V1 Pulse Chain being number one, King Kong. That's not going to change. In second place is Flux. In third place is the V2. Right. So that's kind of where the placing's at right now in terms of where we're at in terms of liquidity, right? So any of these obviously for Pepe or Wrap BTC or some incentive token and all these stuff, some USDC coins. Well, the USDC coins maybe, but let me any of the main RH tokens or some of these meme coins and stuff like the best liquidity is right here. Now, for some of these other tokens that are kind of like I would call it like the Holy Trinities or kind of like coins that are kind of friendly to the Pulse Chain ecosystem. You have the fiat tokens, right? This is probably the best place to actually exchange this because there's $3.9 million of liquidity there. You have the RH Maxi tokens, right? You have Pulse Chain PX and stuff like that, but it might actually be more. This is where you have to double check to see where it's a lot more better. I think for a lot of the richer hard tokens, I think it might be a better deal on actual PulseX. But if you're trying to buy like Hedron or Wrapped Hedron or Icosa or any of the Maximus DAO perps, this is probably the best place to get the most bang for your buck in coins if you're trying to buy, you guys. So look. So basically, that's what's going on right there. So you any of those kind of adjacent coins. I'm at some point maybe the Zen guys might be in here. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan just yet. There's still like I don't know 3,000 days of minting. But probably X1 when it launches, there might be a Pulse fork version of it and stuff here. So it might be there might be a yield pool here for the Zen guys. So basically, a lot of the top like kind of old coin positions that aren't RH maximum tokens. But like what Benny Blanco said right here, this is actually a great thing. I checked V1, V2, and Flux before swapping. It's a pain to open 3 tabs, but whatever. But we're still waiting on that fetch oracle. So yeah, eventually there might be a router kind of like a matcha that just routes between all 3 and stuff at some point, or maybe Richard does it himself. It's kind of looking like Richard's going to end up doing it himself, and you go through PulseX and it just does it all for you in the background, right? But remember, you guys, like it's really so. Just check everywhere to see what gives you the best rate, and you're doing pretty good. That's how we're doing it. Now, you said PulseX was net at or near the bottom. Do you think it's the same, or can we see? Right. I think Pulse could still drop. Personally, Pulse can still drop. PulseX is pretty much is just oversold. I mean, everyone's like, "You're a fucking pleb if you hold PulseX. You're a fucking loser. Oh, you're a fucking, you must be doing real bad, bro." There's a lot of that shit going on. But at this point, everyone who's gonna sold already, and like, what are you gonna sell into? Like, what's the point? Like, there's nothing to like. What are you gonna do? Like, we've already had a couple big whales already sell off positions already, and we're lucky to get sold it at these prices instead of the top, right? They didn't sell it at 14 or 10 or 8. They sold it at fucking 3 and 2, right? So with Pulse Chain, currently we're at, let me look. My portfolios. Let's go to markets, Pulse Chain prices. There's also a lot of cool stuff on the Fatty website right here as well, where you can get a lot of addresses and stuff, which is pretty fucking cool. So let's see. So right now, where's Wrapped? Where's Pulse Chain? Here we go, Pulse Chain. Yeah, we're basically at 9 right now, 4 zeros and a 9. Yeah, this could come back to. I think this could come back to 8 or 7. It would just take something big in the market to crash for it to come down. But I could see Pulse Chain going back down to like 7 or so. That's not out of the realm of possibility. PulseX would just basically go down to like lower 2s. I don't really think it's going to go below that, really, because it just be bought up. And if it did, it's going to be bought up. It's going to be very high. Like PulseX can maybe go to like 1.8, 1.9, and then it'll pump back up. Versus like PulseX or Pulse Chain would probably go to like 6 and some change at most, and then pump back up. So we're very close to the lows, you guys. Outside of like something crazy happening, outside of anything weird like crazy happening, we're very close to bottoms on a lot of prices. I mean, let's take a quick look. Let's take a little look, right? Let me see if I can there we go for you guys, right? Look at Hedron, bro. I mean, bro, it's like so cheap. 6 zeros and a 5. Like, Jesus Christ. Flux is right now, it's pumped up a little bit right now. It's at 10. It was at 8 earlier and stuff. So this over time is probably going to pump because people are locking up a lot of coins and probably going to do very well for itself. But every airdrop is going to have it'll go down with the airdrop because some people decide to be paper hands, right? And Center token, this is, I mean, I've said this before. I said this is going to head to like $1 to $3 is really the range. Yeah, I've got some stuff for everybody and stuff, but I'll say it in the webinar. Fiat, great price. Obviously, 30s or 20s is basically where you're as cheap as it's going to get. I don't think it's going to go to 18 cents or anything like that. So, like, if you're purchasing some here and then maybe you can pick it somewhere in the 20s, you're doing pretty good with Fiat if you want to get a bag. And the amount of like fiat that you need to become like a shark is 55,000 tokens. Right, so they've set eFiat and fiat and all the other coins that sort of like you have to get 55555. So 55,555 fiat tokens, and you essentially have a shark position in fiat. Not bad. It's an Aave market. The one that I'm most excited for isn't out yet, but it should be out in the next, I should say 30 days. We should have fiat out in 30 days. The platform, the token's out, but not the platform. And then we should have Famous, which is the GMX fork, coming out within 15 or 30 days of that. So the next 2 months, bros, we got some heat coming out for both fiat and Famous, which are really cool. From here, right? So this is basically EHEX, right? It's 80% of a fucking penny. The low it dropped to was basically 60% of a penny. So it's about $8,000 for $1 million. Now, I probably would split it off something like I'd probably if you're going to buy some EHEX, I'd probably split your purchases between 70% PHEX, 30% EHEX right now. So let me write that down for you guys. If you go all PHEX, that's totally okay if you like to, but I don't think EHEX is dead personally. But I'll leave that to everybody else, right? Or something like that in terms of your allocations of new capital, right? You could even lower that down to like an 80-20 principle, and that will work perfectly fine. You're still buying very cheap EHEX, and you'll be good. A lot of you guys still have EHEX bags, so like you just keep the bags there. I don't really see much of a point of selling it. Like you probably would have sold it at above a penny or 2 cents anyway if you're just like you're done with it. But exactly right. So, Commando, very good question. Why not 50-50, right? So before we had all this fucking FUD and stuff like that, I would have said honestly 50-50 on EHEX, but here's the problem is that we do have some retard. We had the Godwell do some retarded shit. Personally, I've said this already, right? Allegedly, right? That I really believe that the $830 million that was sacked to the BankX guys was probably like, so the BankX guys, right, had a few $1 million of stablecoins stolen from the Binance chain. Right? Allegedly it was stolen. I mean, it was stolen, right? Allegedly, right? Now, if I put on the old tinfoil hat, you guys, right? If I'm really in my July 4th conspiracy theory mode right now, right? Tinfoil hat on, right? Maybe that those funds allegedly that were stolen from BankX maybe were sent off somewhere that maybe the Godwill got. So this may have been a version of an OTC deal. So I want a couple $1 million for this because that 830 million EHEX that was sacrificed, right? At most, if he sold it all, he was only going to get like $500,000 or $600,000 tops, right? So let's go. Let's do that. Let's do some mathematication, right? Let's do some mathematication, right? This is so weird when you have this on. Like you literally feel like tingles in your head. It's fucking weird. Static electricity. Oh my god, man! Fucking hilarious, dude. All right. So let's look at the old pulse. Actually, I might even have Ethereum right here, right? Let's look at the old Ethereum hex, right? So if I go 830 million, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right. That's $6.3 million today, right? $6.3 million. So if I could sell 830 million hex. Let me put that down. Thank you. If I could sell 830 million hex, no slippage, and just sell it, it'd be at least that much. But remember, at the time, the price was a lot higher. At the time, we were closer to 90% of a penny, so it'd be a lot more money. So we're talking about $7-8 million of EHEX at the time, right? But because of liquidity, and people start seeing, oh fuck, the Godwell starting to sell. People would start front running to sell their stuff before he sold his shit. So basically, the dude there's like no way in hell this guy would get $6.3 million. The Godwill would probably only get $500,000, $400,000 in coins. So he's sacked for BankX. He's sacked for BankX. Now, watch this timeline right here. So BankX gets hacked. Less than 4 hours later, I think it was like literally 2 hours later, 830 million EHEX gets sacrificed to BankX. No one even knows about this project. A lot of people just made sure, like a lot of people knew about the project in the background, the influencers, but like almost nobody talked about it because we're like, silverback stablecoin. I'm Gucci off of that. So $2-3 million disappeared. Wonder where that went. Then he's now the largest coin holder in that project now. Nice. So maybe the Godwill is like, oh fuck, well I can't sell this EHEX, so I'll just sacrifice into everything because it gives me liquidity and stuff like that, and it's kind of a way for me to catch. So basically, it's like, all right, if I want all I'm gonna get is $500,000, let me just get $2 million of my dollars, and then I'll be the biggest sacrificer for this project. Boom.
Didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened to me. We were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Woo! Crazy, you guys. So the BankX guy has all these coins, and basically he can stake, if he can monthly stake these coins out and pretty much make something around, depending on the hex price. Let me see where we at. So yeah, he basically make about $80,000 to $100,000 a month in yield. And he's allegedly saying he's not really going to sell it. He's just going to, like, why would I sell it at these prices? Fuck that shit. I'm just going to stake it out and earn this yield. So now, like, that's one of the problems is people are afraid that when the price starts really ramping up, that this guy's just going to start selling like 10-30 million, hex and stuff like that. So that's kind of what's going on. So there, because of this headwind, like, PHEX is a safer bet to buy right now, but longer term, I think it's just not going to be a problem. We've had dumpers in the past and stuff, but this is just like, I very mishandled, bros. Like, I think there's ways to, but I understand, like, there's ways to this could have been handled, but it just is what it is. Now, let me go back to the old, right, fatty, right. That's, see these things. Yeah, these are pretty cheap. Yeah. So, yeah, so there's a lot of great projects. PHEX, Pulse Chain, Wrap That, the P-Hedron, Flux. Don't buy incentive token. Wrapped EHEX, of course. The Maximus tokens and stuff like that, for sure, if you like that and stuff like that. This is the 555 15-year stake one. This is the 10-year. This is the 1-year revolving, 3-year. I think this is 7 years. I think this is 7 years. And then don't buy that. And this is basically e-fiat as well and stuff like that. So decent coin too as well and stuff like that. So these are, and this is got a wrapped hedge on. So these are like the tokens that are like pretty decent and stuff in the ecosystem to buy right now. Everything's pretty much, we're like, I've said this already, we're basically 30% away from like lows. So if you're buying here, like, you're doing pretty good. Right? You're doing pretty good. So that's the whole so that's the whole thing, man. So buy the good coins right now, have an allocation of Ethereum, and then look and now if you're full RH, like I'm just a Pulse Chain guy, hey, c'est la vie. I still tell you to have a little bit of an ETH on the side. That's the only thing I'd say. And then, yeah, ape away, right? But if you're a person that, hey, I like being in other ecosystems and stuff like that, yeah, have a good portion of Ethereum. Have a good, dude, trust me, I have two portfolios. I've got my portfolio, and then I got my Pulse Chain portfolio. I count them as completely separate things because I'm managing them very differently. But I still make sure to have a very large supply of Ethereum and other coins and stuff, just because I like to stay sharp and see what's going on in other ecosystems and other opportunities. And then if I have a lot of profits over there, I then can just buy more coins on here. And then if I make some big profits over here, I'll just roll it over here. They grow each other over time, and it's pretty powerful and stuff, right? Base Cliffs, man, shit. I hope you're ready, bro. You're gonna die of alcohol poisoning. I promise you, dude. But yeah. So let's check out the pools right now on PulseX, right? We're talking about 19% APR. And that's mostly come down because the incentive tokens prices come down quite significantly. I think last time I was looking at it, it was at $12 and we're in the 50% range. I mean, and now it's down to $5. So yeah, it makes about sense. And we're about 19%. We've also had some people pull some LPs as well from here. And of course, the lowering prices as well have kind of lowered the liquidity. But we've had some liquidity been pulled, not that much, but some. And then obviously the incentive token going down in price, which will lower the APRs, just because the dollar value of these coins are holding up much better than the incentive token, right? 100% APR, died to Ethereum, stable, yeah. Hex to Pulse. And that's P-Hex to Pulse chain. So basically in this scenario, if you had like, let's just say you put 1 million Pulse chain, 1 million P-Hex to like Pulse chain, you've now gained more Pulse chain because P-Hex is kind of not really outperformed, but more just didn't dump. And it's gone, and then I think it's gone up very slightly, like 20% of a percent up. And then you have Pulse chain come down significantly, especially over time. So this is not a terrible pool and stuff like that. There's about $41 million a year, but 26% APR. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. But not the worst pool in the world. The incentive token pools, obviously, if you've been yield farming before and you just have some, not a terrible one, right? Obviously, these two kind of kept up with each other because this crashed down and this is crashed down. But obviously, as this is going to go down and over time, your PulseX is buying you more incentive tokens. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, let's talk a little bit about like all this wrap Bitcoin shit, right? So we've seen Richard recently has been on this whole kick about, yo, the Pepe people, yo, the Chainlink guys, yo, wrap Bitcoin, right? I get it. I get it, right? And oh wow, that's sad. I mean, I get it, you guys. Like, basically, Richard's just trying to onboard whatever all these people in here. It's just for them to test it out and stuff like that. Like, yeah, he has to do something, right? He has to try to like, hey, let's bring some of the Pepe guys in. There's a lot of them. They're coming in. They're getting out. Some guys are like, haha, I just cashed out $15,000, dumbasses. But people will send a lot of them. Most of them are going to leave. Like literally, they're what I call liquidity locusts, right? They just come in, yield farm, sell, leave, right? They don't really believe in the ecosystem. But what ends up happening is you end up keeping a couple of these big guys in. They're like, wow, this is pretty fucking cool. You know what? I'm going to check this out, or at least it's on my radar, because once they have come into it and they leave, they're like, wow, it was pretty easy. I bridged in, bridged out. Well, let me make a play over here, because once they've done it one time, it's an easier sell. Once they've come in, bridged in one time, they're like, oh, I know how to do that. All right, fuck it. Let's take a shot. Let me gamble. Let me gamble a little bit. Got him. That's what's going on. So we have Jesus, terrible news in the world. Rumors that sriracha sauce is getting discontinued. Yeah, they might be over farming the chili that's needed, or there's not enough supply really for the chili sauce. That's fucking sad. I love sriracha. That's sad. God damn. But in other farming news, I'm farming that sweet uni right now. Kenneth Wheeler with a $10 super chat. 80% Ethereum, 10% Bitcoin, 9% Pulse, 1% PulseX. People still haven't figured out the price of Pulse is around the same as Hex when it first released. 4 zeros, big gains, people moon gang for sure. Now, I think that's a very safe portfolio. I mean, dude, it's like all Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're 90% Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're 9% Pulse, PulseX. Personally, I'd probably lower my Ethereum position down like 20% at least, and then spread that across. You can get a little more position sizing. Maybe you might want to get some Famous when it comes out, or some of these other tokens, maybe some Hedron, or some of these other positions, or just more E-hex, and because you don't have any hex at all, man. Like I'd get P-hex, maybe another 9% position in P-hex, E-hex, or split it between those two or something like that. But we've had people have portfolios like that in the past where like super safe, but then later on they're complaining like, it's like, what are a little more returns and stuff like that. So like that's still safe. That's a great portfolio. You're going to do very well with that. I mean, like, dude, you're like, it's 80% Ethereum and Bitcoin. Like, you're going to be fine. But personally, I would at least, if I'm trying to like go a little farther in the risk curve, I mean, you can literally take 30% off Ethereum and just add it a 30% off the other coins and get some decent positions, or take some shots on other stuff, right? Have like a little basket of stuff that you have, and you might do pretty well with it. But still, you would still end up having 50% Ethereum, 60% Bitcoin, with 10% Bitcoin. So you would still have a 60% allocation in blue chip. So, it just is what it is. So marketable. Sacrificing isn't criteria for the Flux airdrop. Yeah, so people who sacrificed for Pulse Chain and PulseX got to sacrifice, but if you moved your coins, you didn't get anything. So the coins had to stay in your wallet. So I'm guessing this was done to basically not to give coins to a bunch of like sack wallets, basically, or sacrifice group wallets, I'd imagine. Then there was a little bit of an update where like that was kind of fixed, but not really. Like they gave a little basically like, just double check your wallet, see what you got. If you sacrifice for Pulse Chain or PulseX, you might got something. If you sacrifice for eFiat and them, you did. There's also people who got into other projects. I think the Texas guys got some stuff, as well as like there's quite a few other projects and stuff. So I might want to check the details on it, but you can just definitely go look on Twitter and stuff for their socials. That's right, man. Cashing out my ink daily for more Pulse Classic distribution like DC taught me with Spooky Phantom. That's right, man. Been teaching these for quite a while, you guys. Let's see. It's publicity. It's free publicity. Definitely it is, man. Black Label Expat. The first hit's always free. That's right, sir. The first hit's always free. I don't think, look, people are like, why is Richard doing this? Let me show you. This is like the crown. This guy is the crown jewel of Bitcoin. And let me show you the degenerate shit this guy's doing.
Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
That's right. If you've had a business for 37 years and your whole family works for it and stuff, mortgage it. Take as many credit cards, loans as you possibly can, and buy Bitcoin, buy the hardest assets in America. I mean, that's really, there's no other choice. Now, that advice is horrible when he said it. Right now, not the worst, but I don't know about mortgaging that or selling your wife into slavery and shit. Like, I don't know about all that shit, but, but I mean, you guys I like Michael Saylor. He said a lot of cool stuff, but like, man, he's levered to the hilt, you guys. Like, a lot of time, I mean, like, I'd be shocked if there's still furniture in his office buildings. I'd be shocked. So, in terms of the airdrop, I think someone said it. What was it? ATX crypto. I heard the airdrop was not bueno. It wasn't bueno for basically, like, they want to it's an airdrop, so no expectations from the work of others. They airdropped coins to people who believe in their product. So of course, the majority of the airdrop is going to go people who sacrifice for Fiat and Famous because that's their products, right? But you still get some token stuff to other stuff as well and stuff. So there's coins that were distributed out and stuff. So double check. If you sack for any of those things, or you sack for another project, you might have coins. Plus, we're going to have an additional airdrop for that for the Flux token and stuff that will happen, I think, in like 5 or 6 days. So, Miguel, where do I find that? Well, I go to my portfolios.cam and then I hit something called Mint. And it should show up right here. And then it'll tell you if there's nothing there, then you didn't get shit. If there is something there, congratulations, you have money. Magic. So anyway, let's see what the pools are. All right. So obviously we got the Bitcoin stuff. We got the Pepes. These APRs have dropped so much. I know Red Knight's just somewhere in my chat crying. Tears dripping down his face right now. Sorry for your loss. Because there's only so much like in the background, right? There's 100% of admissions, right? He's pretty much deciding how much this one gets, how much this one gets, how much this one gets, and basically because of adding the link pool, the uni pool, he's probably readjusted some over here and added some over there. And so there's a lot of little masterminding. So obviously the newest pool is the uni pool, so that's uni from Ethereum. So that means people who decide to move their Uniswap tokens over to there. This is the first time in the history of blockchain that the Uniswap tokens have earned yield. Incredible. But yeah. You claim it on ETH, not Pulse Chain. What? Anyway, yeah. So this is like the first time that uni that pretty much that Uni's ever earned yield, basically. It's kind of crazy. The Uniswap protocol makes a lot of money, but they distribute zero. There's like no incentive to hold a Uniswap token, like at all, right? Even if all of us combined said, you know what, I want to own the Uniswap token because it's going to be really great because I'll be able to vote on governance and stuff. They own so much of the tokens privately that your vote does not matter. It's fake democracy, fake, and there's no way for you to like distribute. It wasn't even. Imagine if they had yield farm, dude. All Uni has to do is add some emissions and bro, they would make like. The Uniswap token could do really well if they could have voted and stuff. Like this is why the Flux token I think is going to do pretty good, right? Obviously, after a year, probably some people are probably going to take profits, and then after that, once all that selling's done and the market still continues on, probably going to do very well again. But there's so many things Uni could have done, right? They could have just done like, imagine if they did 50% revenue share, just 50% or 40% revenue share. So, you know, these are sound tokenomics ideas. You know, if you really want the price to pump on your coin or do really well for the people who fuck with your shit, because imagine like if Uniswap this entire time was paying me 40% in Ethereum for all the transactions they do, I'd still hold unit. I still would have hold my unit. I still would have sold half of my shit for Hex back in the day, but then I probably would have rebought a bag, staked it, left it there, and I've just been earning Ethereum this entire fucking time. This is like the ridiculous bullshit of Uniswap and shit, right? The Uniswap token's a fucking ridiculously stupid token, and then now they've gotten so much trouble because they've incorporated in the United States. They're up to their fucking eyeballs in lawyer fees and stuff like that. Like they're in big trouble, but they have the money now because their platform still makes a shit ton of money passively. I think they're like $100 million a year from fees that they're still able to like. They're paying off. They're basically gonna be paying lawyers for the next 10 years, and then they're gonna get let off basically, right? On the Chainlink side, these motherfuckers, once we had back in 2020, once we actually had like DeFi Summer 1, right, which was like pretty much started in February of 2020, everything that was like Uniswap based, like Chainlink, some of these like synthetics fucking launched in price. Everyone was doing fantastic. Then after that initial summer, so it ended somewhere, I would say like maybe early August, it ended. They were market selling the Link token the entire fucking time. They've sold the Link token the entire fucking time. Now, they were saying, and they didn't really disclose that they were selling. People found out halfway through 2021. I was one of the few people out here saying it that I was like, fuck the Chainlink, fuck Chainlink. They were market dumping this fucking token forever. Like so, and then finally when they got like caught, so what's going on? Why is the Chainlink price not increasing? Why? Right? And we had guys like Chainlink God, right? I don't even fuck if I know if he's still on Twitter and stuff, but let me see. Because this guy was like super famous back in the, I mean, like, let's see. Oh, he's still around. Okay, cool. Right. So this guy would like, oh my god, bro. Such grifts, bro. Such grifts. Oh fuck, man. Okay, so we had right here the whole chain link god, right? I think he had a little bit more followers back in the day, but like this guy was like dropping these huge things. You understand the tokenomics, the amount of stuff that's going on, all the oracles, and like Chainlink does work. It's the biggest oracle for crypto. It allows prices to be relayed. Like blockchains are like their own individual silos, and they don't know what the price of anything is. So you have to have something to like tell it stuff. That's what Chainlink does. At the most simplistic form, it just tells stuff, or like it gets price feeds for you, and then the chain's like, okay, cool, I can trust this, and then this is the prices for it. So, if you want to hear one of my biggest conspiracy theories, really, like, I think this cycle, like Chainlink, like this has been my biggest fear in crypto is that Chainlink, the oracles go haywire and they say the wrong price and it causes mass liquidations, and then the whole fucking system fucking shits the bed because we're so centralized on this fucking Chainlink bullshit. Like, there's no competition. It's just Chainlink. There's almost no other oracles. Dude, Chainlink is trash. Fuck Chainlink. And like, oh, you're just a hater, bro. You must have lost money. No, I didn't touch this bullshit at all. I made plenty of money on synthetics. I made plenty of money on all these other coins and stuff like that. And during DeFi summer, like I did really good. I fucking killed it on Aave, bro. I was holding Aave since like ETHLend days. I made some good guap on that when they converted over and stuff. And then Aave ran to crazy prices. I caught all that. Motherfuckers. But something in my stomach. So I knew something was up. These big brain motherfuckers, right? Like both ends of the curves, right? You have the Giga Chat smart guys, and then you have the fucking simple brains. You got the fucking middle curve, right? Like these Chainlink dudes are like all middle curve motherfuckers for the most part, right? Or the guys at the other end of the spectrum just got in super early and were basically started the project, or the other guys just got in super early. That's it. There is like no in between, right? Now, this guy's not even posting anymore because what? The thing hasn't pumped in forever. It was like July 1st? Like July 30th. He's not even that active anymore. He used to be tweeting quite a lot and stuff. And this is I'm hate towards him and stuff like that. He's like talking about some other stuff. He's talking about like BTC FT futures and stuff. But there's nothing to talk about with Chainlink really. What Coinbase, speaking to Coinbase? Yeah, nothing. He's like, where's anything about Chainlink? Oh yeah, a bunch of Chainlink were on these. So oof. So yeah, a bunch of Chainlink was people are yield farming Chainlink on all these protocols, and then that's been selling down. Oof, more selling pressure. Where's Chainlink? Ah, here we go. Finally, June 28th. Here we go. Chainlink data feeds are now live on Celio.org. Oh, that's going to do real well, you guys. The mobile first EVM compatible carbon negative Cello is the blockchain built for the real world. Man, suck my dick. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. They really got the French flag? They have this car, bro. Right there already. Come on. Chainlink is now partnering with this fucking French flag fucking project.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened to that we were nothing. I don't even need your love. You treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
And new crypto news, man. I've decided to move my blockchain to anytime you see a project involving itself with France, you run in the opposite fucking direction. For the hills, you run to Portugal. Do not pass go, straight to jail. You run past Spain, straight to Portugal. And you get your ass to Lisbon. God damn. And you know what? I actually reviewed this coin a super long time ago. And like before they weren't mobile first. Get the fuck out of mobile first. Suck my dick. EVM compatible. Everything? Everything's EVM compatible. Why don't we like 99% of crypto fucking L1s are EVM compatible. It's all running on EVM. Like not even the what's called Phantom. I think later this month is finally going to do like their FVM, and that might be like one of the first ever blockchains that isn't using EVM at all. Carbon negative. What the fuck? Who falls for this shit? Who falls for this shit? Oh my! I gotta click this shit. Like, so okay, you want? Oh my god! Yo, I gotta. Oh my god, bro. I've got like these. I've got cold sweats from like how much this shit's making me convulge with anger. Holy fuck! All right, build together and prosper. Like you gotta say it like a faggot. Like you really do, right? Build together and prosper. Cello is the first carbon negative, mobile first, EVM compatible blockchain ecosystem leading in the thriving new digital economy for all. I think it's just easier to tell your mom and dad you're gay than like investing in this shit. I mean, like what are we doing? Like I think it's just like sometimes you just gotta say like, bro, I'm just like a fag. I like dudes, or like I'm a lesbian. Like I like just like stop being. Just tell your mom and dad that you like riding roller skates. Just like what are we doing here, you guys? And like I reviewed this project 2 years ago. This is one of my favorite things to do. Like they have so much money backing on this cello bullshit project, right? But they would have like all right, an entire team built by white people, and they have like, we're helping poor Africans. Look at these poor brown people. Look at these filthy Asians, bro. Like I literally, they changed the whole website up. You guys, if you guys probably go in the Wayback Machine, you guys could probably find it. But you guys used to be able to go on this cello website. There's another one too. Oh my god, I'm having like these fucking 2021 flashbacks. Like there's all these like the websites like we help color women. We help these dirt poor farmers. We help Asians in South Pacific. We help these people. And it was like the entire team is nothing but whites. Like, and then like I think they had like one guy, which was like a black dude, who was like and this is our lead. All the main positions and all the best positions were all like white dudes or maybe like one Asian dude, and they had like a token black guy on the team. Bros, the grift, you guys, is just this has got to be money laundering. They have to be money laundering it has to be, or like they like sold these EGS. Like this has to be a hush play. Like, okay, all right, we're pushing a lot of this like leftist trans majestic money into the crypto space. Which is basically just, hey, we want to give our best friends a lot of money and stuff because, hey, Paul's son's in this project, so is he. They're really trying to be in the crypto space. We need to build a resume. The project's going to fail, yeah, but, what we're going to do is we are going to invest in this projects through our funds, which my daughter, Deborah, I've donated all my money over to this trust, which controls my, let's just say it, my foundation. And my foundation does a lot of charitable investments, but sometimes we need to make a little bit of money. So what I'll do is I'm giving my daughter no money. Barbara's getting no money. But I'll put her as the head of my trust, and she'll earn plenty of money there. No. I plan to give my kids no money at all, you guys. My kids are getting nothing. Oh, wow, beautiful. Woo! You're so amazing. Yeah, those little fucks have to earn money on their own and stuff, right? I put my daughter as the head of the charitable foundation. She makes $400,000 a year. It controls all the money that they invest out there. We only invest. My fund generates about 10% a year, but we only donate 0.0000002% into an orphanage or a thing. Something that looks really good on Instagram. But my half retarded son Paul, he wants to get into the crypto space. He thinks it's really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these investments here from this VC fund that we're invested into. We're going to funnel money here. He's going to be able to build his resume up. This will fail, But hey, later on and stuff, he'll say they ran this thing. I don't really get it, but hey, whatever. They have average 5-second block time, 826 days of carbon neutral negative, and we just put some spam attack, transactions in there and stuff. Not bad. And we'll say, well, he's been a validator and he's been this, he's ran some projects. And then from there, all our kids can get resumes and this will go to zero. And then we can actually pass money on to them and stuff. And they can just dump this on all the retards on CT. Beautiful.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened to me. We were nothing. I don't even need your love. You treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Bro, you think all these people are so charitable? They don't give a fuck about anybody. What the bro, most foundations are just tax shelters, bro, and money laundering schemes and shit. They're like lies, bro. Like, oh, I really care about the poor, disenfranchised black community. Oh, unless they're Jewish or something, and then they care about a Jewish cause, or like they're African American and they believe in that. Like, you believe that stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, right. But a lot of these people, like now, I'm not going to go into all this stuff because I really care about my life and stuff like that. But like, what's Bill Gates doing, giving malaria medicine all over Africa? This guy's not even a doctor, right? I mean, sure, we all can be really smart about. Anyway, whatever. Maybe they're just trying to lower the birth rate in Africa, but whatevs. But this is just like some of the grifting bullshit, right? And like, bro, there's like. We're on this now, of course, right? And I'm turning this up to 120, right? I'm being a little crazy, right? Chainlink works on every blockchain, right? They try to be, right? Now, let me go back a little bit. So cool on the mainnet. That's nice. Watch this shit just rips. That'd be funny. But yeah, so they're just going everywhere. But basically, there's a huge counterparty risk of like, if this shit goes bad, like all crypto will crash. Because like it's like 98% Chainlink as an oracle for everything, for every fucking blockchain. These cunts, if they just like oopsie daisy, push a wrong button, brrr, like it all goes to shit. Yeah. Chainlink has a monopoly, don't they? They do. And when they had the monopoly, they had guys like maybe this guy wasn't involved, but like, bro, he was like anonymous guy was posting all these crazy posts. He probably worked for the company, allegedly. Who knows? I mean, but he's a fucking, just is what it is, right? And a lot of people, because of tweets like this, they bought Chainlink like crazy. This shit, once we got past DeFi summer, it didn't do anything, like at all. Like what? Like all right, let's look at the chart. Let's look at Max, right? So obviously, right here, woo, right? But you gotta but here. Let me extend the chart. Let me let's get rid of this. Let's go into 22. Let's go in here. Let's go about right there. Okay, cool. So obviously this majority of this is in 2020, right? Boom, it pumped up. But then once it made these massive gains over here, so let me go back into 2019, right? So down here, right, the price is basically nothing. And if you go back to over here, it was really nothing, right? So it pumped up into 2021, into 2020. It made these nice pumps. Afterwards, like there really wasn't massive gains and stuff. Like basically, like if you look at it, right, it stayed basically like it pumped up here to like $18. I saw it much higher in other exchanges. This is kind of like what I call kind of whitewashing or like chart washing that happens over time, is that they erase some of the history. Like the coin went a lot higher than this. Like, because you remember, if anyone who's been around crypto, you're like, I remember the price being higher than that. But like the chart data, it just figures it. They clean it up, right? So let's just say it's $20. It tops at $20. It crashes back down, right? Probably the insider's selling. And it basically does nothing for the rest of the fucking year, right? Like it pumped, like it crashes down here, right? Oh, if you're lucky, you bought it $8. So it did nothing. You made 20% for like almost the whole year, like for the like 4 months, nothing, right? Then from here, right, it went to $10 to $50. So you wasted the whole fucking bull market for a fucking 5x, right? For a 5 or 4x at most, and the entire time, like now, there was a lot of guys on Twitter hyping up Chainlink and stuff and everything like that. Like, this is the thing, it's Oracle, it's beginning, and they fuck yeah, it should have been. But what was going on? The main company was selling off the token a lot of the time. Like, you guys weren't, it looks like it's parabolic, but on the day-to-day, it just was like, you would see it. It would just pump a little bit and it wouldn't really move and stuff. They would just sell just enough not to, like, crash it, but they would take all. So imagine $1 million of idiots buy Chainlink, and we'll sell $950,000 of Chainlink. Or like, oops, yesterday we didn't sell as much, so this week we're gonna sell 1.3 million. So they were just cashing out 500,000, a million, 3 million. Wow, it pumped like crazy. We're gonna sell a lot of a million. Bros, this chart is just like them selling stupidly. Then there's like and then finally around here, right? Around here, what was it? I think around here. I think October, November is when they finally said, "Hey, yeah, we're done selling." Huh? You're what? You're done selling? What do you mean you're done? Like, they disclosed, like, "Oh yeah, we've just been selling this entire fucking time." Like, well, we've been selling this whole fucking time. So basically, like, if most people didn't find out about Chainlink at all, like early on, so like they basically were buying just. I mean, basically it was just dumb. Like, you got a 5x at most, which 5x in a year is not terrible, right? Cool. But then this is the beginning of 2021. We repumped. But listen, this is the first top right here. So we topped what, April or early May at $63,000 Bitcoin. It went to $51. It didn't pump back. The fucking Chainlink team got so scared. Oh my god, the bull market's over. Oh, it's coming back. So they fucking really started selling right here. Why isn't, like, there should be, look, Bitcoin topped twice. 63, 69. We should have had a higher high, or at least even peaks. That means these fucking cuntbags sold out their whole community who believed in them and just completely robbed them of gains. And then once the bull market was basically over in fucking November and August, now, hey, we're done selling. Our bags are packed. We've now have enough money. We've expanded to all these countries. We have offices everywhere. I'm finally fucking three. I'm fucking 3 of my secretaries and my fucking wife. So, life's real awesome right now. First time I've ever got my dick wet. They did this shit. This is facts. Same thing with XRP. XRP did the same thing. Now, it wasn't the main team. It was an ex-founder who just kept selling their fucking coins. But dudes, my God, man. And all right, let's look at the rest of the chart. Wait, let me move this over here. Let's go over here. And let's go over here, right? So, okay, here's November, right? Right around here, 69. So it crashed back down. People who've been buying so if you were lucky enough to be buying at $10, a year later, the next peak of the bull market, you're only up 3x, you guys. So look, here's the first top. The second top of Bitcoin is over here, somewhere over here. It's a lower low, bro. And then from there, and then once people found out about it here, like, what, you were selling the whole time? People said, fuck this Chainlink shit. And they started selling it. And then it went down. Now it's even below the 10, like, it's even below, like look, it's down to like fucking almost $5. It's lower than the beginning of DeFi summer, dudes. It is what it is, you guys. But, this kind of like, yeah. I mean, because I've seen, look, if they've done this once before, they'll do it again, right? So they wasted everyone's bull market. Because look, let's just say if they just had cut 50% of the money that they didn't sell, the coin probably would have gone to above a couple $100 or something like that for everybody. But You know, bro, look, and they call Richard Hart a scammer. This is what I'm trying to say, you guys. Like, yo, Richard delivered on that 10,000x. Fuck what you heard. Now I know. Like, I've hung out with like guys like I've recently met what's his name, Eric Wall and stuff like that. Now that like some of that data and stuff in terms of, like, there was only like a certain amount of money that was bought, amplifier money, like, you know, like people bought, and it didn't matter even if you didn't buy the bomb, you still make tons of X's and shit. And it's crazy. Like, it's life-changing money, you guys. So I don't see any tokenomics changing for Chainlink where like there's going to be a use case for the token. I don't see any revenue share. I don't see, like, what's the fucking point of this token other than fucking like reckless speculation and shit like that. The only reason it's still around is just because, one, everyone uses it's basically got a monopoly. Same thing with Uniswap over there on Ethereum. They have a monopoly, but the tokens are worthless. Both are useless, and the only way that the stuff's going to change is like they're basically scared at this point to change anything with their token, because basically the FCC or the SEC has to release more guidance on crypto. Then from there, once they take whatever slapping they're going to get for basically being a security, because they were, from there, then they might add some cool stuff later down the line. But then but like anyone who's holding these tokens have just completely, the opportunity cost of holding these pieces of shit is crazy. Yeah. So a little history lesson on Uniswap and Chainlink for you guys. Fantastic. How did I get on this topic? Oh yeah, the pools, you guys. Glory be Richard for finally giving the Uniswap guys and the Chainlink guys yield for the first time. The last time someone gave them yield was FTX and maybe Celsius. Oof. Wife changing money means two things. You either lose your wife or you get a new one, bro. A better one. Oh, fuck, man. And then the crazy shit is like, look, half of, like, I would say, if I'm being honest, like, look, $700,000 in the Chainlink, right? And what do we got here? We got 1.8 million in Uniswap. Okay. So if I were to just to guesstimate, right? If I were just to guesstimate, probably 400,000 of those dollars are just fucking retards on the Pulse Chain side trying to yield farm. And I'd say $1 million of those dollars are probably the same thing on the Uniswap swipe. So we probably have $800,000 on the Uniswap side. And then you have, because there's the Chainlink dudes are so wrecked and just over it and stuff that, like, you know, yeah, it is what it is. Because like the one thing I can say about the Uniswap guys is they still had good ties and they've done good ties with Bankless and stuff. So there probably still is people slightly stacking those coins. Where like the Chainlink guys, they weren't really getting much play outside of like some Twitter stuff. And then eventually just got old because it was like there's no pumps, there's no like, do I have to like 50x leverage this shit to make like a couple dollars? Fucking hilarious. But hey, this is what's gonna happen. You know, this is what's needed and stuff. Like, you know, like they're providing liquidity. There's going to be some guys that come over here and be like, "Wow, it's pretty cool." So we might eventually get some guys, because like we remember like that 800. Let's just say I'm nice and say it's $1 million of money that came over from Ethereum, right? If that's the case, right? If it is $1 million of that money that came from Ethereum, right? Then that means those guys' portfolios, there's probably like $10 million of portfolio money, or maybe a little bit more. $20 million of portfolio money that could become $200 million that maybe one day might throw 10% back in and be an extra $10 million of pumpage or yield farming or all this other stuff in the future. That can happen. Magical things happen when Ethereum and Bitcoin can actually get close to their all-time highs. I think we'll probably get all-time highs on Ethereum sooner than we will Bitcoin. But either way, it is what it is. I mean, the tokenomics on Ethereum are incredible now, but I must warn you something as well, right? But let me get to some super chats real quick. I think I had like a Alex Martinez $5 super chat. Happy 4th, Miguel, and Miguel we trust. Hey, gracias. Thank you so much, man. Let's keep going. Matty Allen with a $10 super chat. Happy 4th, man. Happy 4th to you, man. Don't get too drunk. Shout out to you, Matty. Sheesh. All right. Okay, here we go. Brown Conservative Capitalist 1. $5 super chat. Any known issues with PX companies appearing on the Trust Wallet? Any video or links to troubleshoot this? Thank you. In terms of, well, I can't think of a video on top of my head, but one thing you could do, dude, is here. Let me just give you this something like that. Actually, here, just keep it like this. So if you go to markets, I'm going to give you this website in a minute, and go to pulse chain prices, you'll be able to copy and paste. There's a lot of the P coins as well as the wrap coins for some of the main tokens. Now, if you need the other tokens, you might have to just copy and paste the Ethereum address and just re-add it to see if you can add it. But yeah, it's in there. And if maybe you haven't checked in a long time, and then because something me and Charlie were recommending for quite a long time is not to have used a Trust wallet or some of these. Like, it's okay to hold some Bitcoin or some stuff on those wallets and stuff, but we wanted the main coins where you're holding your copies on an Ethereum wallet, like MetaMask or something else like that. There's ways, like people that did the Coinbase wallet or did some other Trust wallet. There's ways to jigger. Coinbase wallet's a little more easier to use, so you can jigger it around. But it took a minute, but people figured it out. But yeah, man, if you're in the course, man, we'll definitely show you guys some stuff in there as well to move coins around. But yeah, check if you have coins, just check both sides. And I think you'll be able to figure it out. You're gonna have to add a custom RPC, so you're gonna have to like be on the pulse chain side and you scroll all the way at the bottom, and it's gonna say you want to add tokens or import tokens, and then you just go to custom and just copy and paste the addresses, and it should show up from there. Cool. Interesting. Now, yeah, let's keep going. It's just, yeah, it's kind of crazy. And the Pepe guys, we'd actually, this is actually going to be legitimately this is probably going to be the majority of the onboarding, because the Pepe guys are like degenerate dudes and they've got less money, but they're willing to take shots. So these Pepe people who come from Ethereum are extremely high risk, high reward guys. They're willing to take risks. So this is probably out of all the stuff that Richard's probably done, this is, in terms of the amount of people, the Pepe guys are probably going to be the highest. Then we'll probably get some a couple big whales from the Bitcoin side, and then just a couple guys. But the majority, the benefit from the wrap Bitcoin side is we might get some biggish. We get some medium to big players from that. Not a lot of small players. And then, I mean, the Uni guys and the Link guys are kind of like token dudes a bit, but the majority of like the bodies are going to be from the Pepe guys. And then we're going to get some big whales coming in from like 1 or 2 whales from Pepe, and then like maybe 3 or 4 guys from Bitcoin, and then maybe like 1 chain link and like 2 Uni guys if we're lucky. That's about it. I cannot believe there's such a thing as Pepe guys. There really is, dude. I made some bank on Pepe, bro. Shout out to the Pepe boys. When Aave farms? Probably soon. I wouldn't be shocked that it probably is there probably is going to be like an Aave. I mean, there's people like speculating and buying every little PRC. I would tell you guys, unless it's really cheap and it doesn't cost you much, fuck it, why not? But if it's already like half chode expensive already, it's like, wow, this is going to really cost me a lot of money to get this position size for it maybe not to happen. Like, I'd be really careful speculating on a lot of these PRC20s, bros. Like, careful. Aave is not a terrible one, I guess. Trying to think of anything else. I'm trying to think of anything DeFi Summer 1, really, because it just seems like it's mostly outside of Pepe. It's all like DeFi Summer 1 coins, like maybe synthetics, possibly P synthetics, maybe, or I mean, let's look into it, man. Let's it's 4th of July. Let's have some fun with the fam, right? Let's look at the top 100, right? Because that's probably what he's looking at a little bit, right? Maybe PBNB, possibly. Maybe SHIB. Chainlink, lol. This one would be funny, but I don't think so. But Aave, yeah, probably Aave's not a terrible one. Let's keep going. Possibly a maker, but that's kind of playing with fire, man. Like I wouldn't, especially with all the dye that we're holding and stuff. It's kind of dangerous to be playing around with the maker guys because like the people who hold all the maker right now killed one of the founders of maker and stuff. So it's like I think if Richard is listening or someone that helps Richard, like I probably wouldn't recommend doing the maker one, you guys, because that's just playing with fire, bro. Like those fuckers will kill you when it comes to stable coins. Like, and if you fuck around with their coin too, I'm good off that, bro. That's dangerous as fuck. Fuck all that noise. Synthetics or Decentraland, possibly. I mean, this is an OG coin and stuff, but the DCG guys. But then the reason I wouldn't do this one is just because like DCG is like hurting for cash, so they might yield farm and then just dump everything and just or maybe just dump all their coin. Like it's best that we don't advertise this one because like the DCG guys are just looking for money, so they've just fucking just wreck any market. So it's just super dumb one to add. I saw someone earlier with the Gala V1 shit. Like most guys, like we announced this on all our inside of the Telegram groups and stuff like that to sell the V1s and stuff, and then rebuy back in later. So if you're holding V1, I think pretty smashed on that one. If you still have it, you should still have gotten your copy no matter what. So you should have a copy. And I'm talking about like this is not a pulse chain thing. This is like V1. It went from V2 coins to V1 coins, but check to see if you got any of the coins and stuff like that. But I think you might be down on the Gala and stuff. But that's good because the token's more upgradable now and stuff like that. I'm still bullish on Gala personally. Clean GMX. Yeah, let me look at the second page, and that's about it. Let's see. Dash low. No, that shit's dead in the water. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's funny. You know, it'd be funny. Let me see the chart on this bullshit. Let's see. It's the max. So if you got lucky, you got it $1. Basically a fucking 5.5x at most if you're lucky. You probably sold it here, so you got like a 4x. Not bad for a bear market, you guys. A 4x for the whole bear market. Oh fuck, man! This shit just writes itself, man. Urine would be an interesting one. That would be an interesting one, but almost nobody has it at all. I mean, but that is onboarding people. I mean, like, yeah, but we'll see. Remember when everyone was shilling Ethereum proof of work and Ethereum Fair? Remember that? Petrich Farm Miguel remembers. Oh boy, hilarious. The balancer one would be interesting because then since that would be an interesting one. That's old enough, but like I don't know if that never got that hyped up at all and stuff. So. Yeah, that's about it, really. There's only like a couple more coins you could think of, really. But it is what it is. Benny Blanco, I'm buying more P-Hex and more Pulse and just chilling providing. Hey, beautiful. Just don't liquidity provide with all your coins, bro. Make sure to keep a nice liquid stack. That shit isn't sexy when like the yield high and stuff, but bro, trust. And permanent loss is a real thing. Crypto Truth, man. What's up, man? What's up, DCC Hex fam? What's good? Let's see if I got some more questions in here. Let's see. Hey, Miguel, I bought PulseX, but my MetaMask says unable to load balance, so it doesn't show the dollar value. Do you know if anything to do about that or just wait because the chain is new? Load balance. You can try resetting it. Just make sure you have the private keys written down for the love of God. But you could try resetting and just re-downloading MetaMask and then just doing that way. But either way, the prices are always going to be a little janky. Like MetaMask only cares about Ethereum. They just because they have to. include other stuff. So they're like, yeah, we'll give you the front end, we'll give you your first coin, and then you have to add the rest of it. Good luck, loser. And I was like, all right. So that's how they do. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, man, I'm here for you guys, man. This is 4th of July, man. Fuck your family, man. They're annoying. All right, Jay the Barbarian with a $10 super chat. Happy 4th. What do you think about Litecoin happening price-wise? Will it affect the market? Wow, Litecoin question. I mean, Litecoin's doing pretty well, man. Hey, I'm both sad and happy to say that I still have half my Litecoin bag, believe it or not, from like 2017. I still have a really I sold it, bought back, and it was sold half of it, pretty decent prices. And just decided to keep that as like a long-term bag and stuff to see where we're going to go. But let's see if I can just go to here. Okay. Litecoin, I think the other day, with the last crash we had where everyone thought the world's fucking over and everything like that, it went to like $60. Let's see. The last 880 days. Yeah, it went down to it went lower. You see, this is what I'm talking about. It goes lower than that, but it went lower than that. So basically with the $60 and then just pumped up recently to like 113, and it's come down now to like 104. Yeah, basically we should start seeing depending on the market and stuff, we should start seeing on the Litecoin side, we should start seeing increasing price ramping. As long as Bitcoin doesn't shit the bed. The big thing is that the Fed, as long as because the Litecoin halving happens in I think August basically. So it basically could still keep pumping for another couple more weeks and stuff. We're probably looking at maybe like $200 to low $200 range. Probably just depends. Now, if Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing really well and we're pumping up, maybe it touches 300 for a second, but it's probably doing like 250 max to like 180 is probably going to be the range of where Litecoin's going to go to. I'll probably take some profits on that and then roll it into some other coins. But pretty cool. Now, let's keep going. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I know about the battery thing. I'll tell my assistant to do it. Ugh. Yeah, I hadn't been in here in a minute, you guys. I hadn't been in my office in a minute and stuff. So, yeah, shit's hilarious. Okay, if there was an S&P 500 token and a T-bill token, what allocations would you make compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin? Am I trying to look for the S&P and T-bill token in the crypto space, or what do you mean compared to Ethereum or Bitcoin? Because I mean, basically, S&P 500 returns is. I mean, both Bitcoin and Ethereum both fall in that S&P 500 returns. It's the average market return. And the T-bill token's probably the Ethereum side. Bitcoin doesn't really count. So, you can hold Ethereum. It has you have upside and downside risk, but then it does pay a dividend of like 4%, 3%, 5%. So that's kind of the gist of it. So like T-bill token would be Ethereum. S&P would be like Bitcoin and Ethereum effectively. That's the way I look at it. And honestly, I could see, I can actually see I would almost call Ethereum the NASDAQ really, and then Bitcoin the S&P 500. But beautiful, you guys. Where is it? And you guys, join me in lovely, lovely Las Vegas for the Crypto Mindset Vegas Meetup 2023, you guys. Come on. It's going to be one of the best times of this year. Last time we threw the party at the bottom of the bear market. This time it's going to be pretty much at the bottom of the altcoin market. And the next party is going to be even better. We keep making these bigger and better. Last time we did it in a private mansion. This time we're going to do it at an actual Las Vegas casino. Information coming soon to you guys. But we're gonna have once you buy your ticket and stuff, we're gonna give you links and stuff so you can actually buy discounted rooms. You obviously are free to get your hotels anytime, anywhere you like and stuff. But I would recommend to you guys that we just usually want everyone to stay at the same hotel so we can all congregate, hang out. We're gonna have buses everywhere for a lot of people for certain events and stuff like that. The party is going to be on Sunday, August 6th, and I would highly recommend you guys stay for the whole weekend up to Monday and stuff like that. Like literally Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. We're going to be doing a pool party on Saturday. And that's just the beginning. I'm only saying that right there. We're doing a cool pool party on that Saturday on the 5th, and then we're doing the main party on Sunday, and then we got some events and stuff for anyone who wants to stay around for Monday as well. And we have VIP tickets going to be on sale pretty soon, where we're going to do stuff on Friday as well. So literally the whole weekend is we got a lot of networking opportunities planning. I'm going to talk to you guys about YouTube, and I'm going to talk to you guys about all the stuff I can't see on YouTube. If you want to ask me some crazy question, this is the event. And you can meet Charlie finally. He's finally gotten out of Japan. He's real, no AI. I'm going to make sure he doesn't take a haircut so the market doesn't go down. It's going to be a great time. So definitely show up, you guys. But with that, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Go have fun with your families. Go light fireworks. Don't light the house on fire. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side, man. Peace.
You didn't have to cut me off.